we'll be focusing on solving simultaneous equations to be specific, and we'll be using the substitution method. So you can check out the other video on elimination method that has been uploaded. So for substitution, it's just like what you'll see in football. You are trying to get one equation into another equation. So here I'm going to label them 1 and equation 2. So you're basically going to find a way to put equation 2 into equation 1. But for you to do that, you have to make one of the variables the subject of the equation, and then you'll just input it in the next equation. So I'm going to use equation 1. We are going to use equation 1 in order to simplify it, or to make one of the variables the subject. So I'm going to allow y to be the subject. We generally try to make y the subject of the equation. So equation 1. So we have 2x plus 2y equal 14. So what we generally do, we try to do the opposite operations. So here we realize that 2x is being added to 2y. So you're going to subtract it from the other side. So you will have 2y equal 14 minus 2x. Now y is being multiplied by 2. So you're going to divide the other side. So y equal 14 minus 2x divided by 2. And there we have y as the subject. So now that we have y as a subject, you're going to put it now in the other equation that you had, where you see the value of, where you see the variable y. So here 6x, so I'll just rewrite the entire thing, 6x plus 3y equal 12. So we are going to now put the value of y where we see y in our equation. So 6x plus 3, open bracket now, 14 minus 2x over 2. So that's the value of y. So we'll just write back the entire thing. So we'll have 14 minus 2x over 2 equal 12. So now we are going to multiply the numerator by 3. If this was a multiple or a factor of 3, you could try to simplify it. But since 2 and 3 are not factors, you will have to just multiply the numerator of the fraction by 3 in order to get it as a linear equation. So 6x plus 3 times 14, that gives you 42. Minus 3 times 2, that gives you 6. So that's 6x, sorry, over, you put back your 2, which is your numerator, equal 12. So now you have one thing. So you can try to get rid of the numerator here by multiplying everything in your equation by the number here. So it's basically saying that now 2 times 6x, that gives you 12x. 2 times what's here will eliminate the 2, so you'll just put back your plus, everything that's at the top, or your numerator, minus 6x equal, and 2 multiplied by 12, that gives you 24. So now that you have it like this, you can simplify it by grouping them. So it's basically saying 12x minus 6x plus 42 is equal to 24. 12 minus 6, that gives you 6. So 6x plus 42 equal 24. And you're trying to get the 6x by itself. So you will have to subtract this from both sides. So 6x equals 24 minus 42. Now, 24 minus 42, what? You'll just simply subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So it's saying 42 minus 24, and that gives you 18. But because the original one had the smaller number at the front, you put the negative sign there. So the answer is negative 18, and you put your 6x right there. So 6x equals negative 18. And in order to finalize solving for the value of x, you will have to divide both sides by the coefficient of the variable. So this is 6, so you divide both sides by 6. 6x divided by 6, that gives you 6, just x by itself equals negative 18 divided by 6, that leaves you with a negative 3. So that would be the value of x. Now that you found the value of x, you will just simply now substitute it in one of the originals for you to find it. Or you can simply use this one since you would have already known what the values are. So you can say y equal 14 minus 2x over 2. So y equal 14 minus 2, open bracket, negative 3, because that's the value of x, all over 2. So y is equal, so 14 minus negative 2 multiplied by negative 3. That gives you positive 6. Now, if you, let me restate that in case you would have missed. So you can say negative 2 multiplied by negative 3, that gives you negative 6. And over 2 equal, because two negative signs are beside each other, it becomes a plus. So once you have two negative signs that are right beside each other, it automatically becomes a plus. So that's 14 plus 6 all over 2 equals, so 14 plus 6, that gives you 20 over 2 equal 10. So y is equal to 10. And when you finish, you just simply put your therefore x equal negative 3, y equal 10. So you just simply put therefore and then you put the answers by themselves. So that's how you do substitution. So first you try to get what the variable by itself to equal something, and then you'll substitute it in the question where you see that letter, that variable. So if you use equation 1 to make the variable by itself, you will have to use equation 2 to substitute it in, and vice versa. And then you just simply continue to calculate it out, just like when you're solving equations. And then you will finally find an answer for both variables. So that's how you do substitution. So just continue to practice, continue to work hard, and you'll be able to master this concept. Thanks for watching, and tune in again next time with Mr. Rao.